Hey guys, welcome to my live. Hi guys, today we are doing a makeup tutorial. Welcome to my live. Carissa, hi, thank you for the follow. Welcome to my live. So we'll be doing a makeup tutorial. And I'm going to be starting with my eye makeup. So to start with your eye, you want to brush up first because you want to see what you're doing. If you just go on like that, you will not get it right. So you want to make sure you brush up so as to see where you're drawing your lines and whatever you're doing. So after brushing up my brows, my brows are oily, so I will set it up with a setting powder. I'll pick up a little bit of setting powder on the brush. If you don't have setting powder, you can use any powder of your choice. Even a baby powder we do. You just need a powder to make sure that you get rid of the oil on your brows. Sarah Garcia, thank you for joining me. So you want to just make sure that you apply the powder on your brows. Fatu, thank you for joining. Love Bite, thank you for joining me. So now you just make sure that you get rid of the powder of the oil that you have on your brows. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please guys, power tap for me. Thank you. So after you apply the powder, you want to just brush up again just to get rid of any excess powder. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you're just brushing up to make sure that you get rid of the excess powder that you have on your brows. Thank you for the likes. Adi, thank you for joining me. Mama Veronica, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. So after doing that, you want to take your pencil or your gel, whatever you're using to draw your brows. Then as for your pencil, if you're using a pencil, you want to make sure that your pencil is really, really sharp, okay? You want your pencil to be this sharp. Please guys, power tap for me. Power tap your screen for me. Now, when you want to start drawing your brows, you want to see your own natural line like that. You can see that. Okay. So you start it where you're natural. Thanks for the share. Thank you for sharing. So you start where you see where your brow starts, okay? Or if you don't have brow hair, if you don't have visible hair in front here, what you want to do is place your pencil like this, and you'll get exactly where your brow is supposed to start, okay? You can do that, and then what you do is just mark it like that. There you will not miss that. Foxes, thank you for joining me. Eva Hyde, welcome to my life. Gloria, thank you for joining. Okay, so when you get that, I'll pick up my pencil and just line up the bottom brow, but following my own natural brow line. Okay, something like that. Thank you for the likes, love, bye. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Adoration, thank you for joining me. Natalia, thank you for joining. So when you draw your line, you can see your natural line like that. Always go for it. Always follow your natural line like that. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'll just follow mine. Whatever mistake you make, you can correct that with a concealer when you're concealing. So you can see that I'm leaving the front. Negra Ameria, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Margarita, thank you for joining. So you can see that this front, I would line it up at the top. I did not line that up. You don't want to line that up. It will look so bold and so obvious. So you want to leave that part. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please guys, help me to share and also help me to tap your screen so others can join us. Okay, now I have my shape. I'm going to fill the back part of the brow with the pencil I use. This is a black pencil I'm using. Jeff, thank you for joining me. Please power tap your screen for me. Berlin, thank you for joining. So at the back part of the brows, I'm going to just fill that in with a pencil. Victoria, thank you for joining. I'm going to lightly fill it in. You don't want to press the pencil too hard. We want it to look natural, okay? So we want to lightly fill that in. And you want to fill it and end where you started drawing the top of the brow. So I'm going to fill the other side. Then I'll go back in with the brush.
Papa, Mama, for the heel, he said he liked it when I cut it.
Oh.
For the heel, this one. He liked it. He liked it when I cut it.
Okay. Matty, thank you for joining me. Please, guys, power tap your screen for me. Okay, at the front of the brow, I'm going to use a brown pencil. I'm just going to use a brown pencil to make hair-like strokes. So now, when you finish drawing your brow, you want to conceal it. You want to make sure that you clean you clean around the brow, so the brow should look neat. That's why you need a concealer. That's why you need to use a concealer to make the brow look neat. It looks neat, quite neat right now, but when you use a concealer, it really makes it pop out well. So and then you need a brush like this, like a flat brush. So I just took the product from on the brush, and I'll start concealing. When you're concealing your brows, you want to go gently, go slow. Beatrice, thank you for joining me. Please, guys, power tap your screen for me. So when you're concealing, you want to pick up the product and you go slow. Okay, you want to go slow like that. Then whatever is left on the brush, you want to just pull that down onto your lid like that. I'll just go ahead. Elena, thank you for joining me. Amodena, thank you for joining. Please, guys, power tap your screen for me. You want to really go slowly when you're concealing your brows, because this is where you can easily clean up the brow, and this is what you use to shape the brow. So you don't want to be in a hurry when you're doing that. Bensone, thank you for joining me. Alexandra, hi. It's been ages. How are you doing? Of course, I remember you. You can see that I'm taking my time to shape those brows. You really want to take your time when you're concealing your brows. Don't be in a hurry. On the top part of the brow, I'm going to use the foundation that I will be using today. So it blends. Maloba Pelagie. Hey, my own sister is in my life today. Hi. Wow. How you doing now? How you doing now? Thank you for joining me. So at the top, you want to use the concealer so it blends easily into your skin. No, I'm the one that's privileged. Thank you. Wow. Wow. How my baby? I hope say he's doing great. So guys, the reason you're using your foundation to conceal the top part of the brow is that it will blend with the foundation. You just blend easily into your skin. You can also use your concealer, but try to use a concealer that is darker than the one you use at the bottom of the brow. Wow. You see how my face is smile. I like when my own people come to my life. Like, I really appreciate them. And you want to take just a little bit of the product, because you can see I'm having trouble with this part because I had a lot of product on my brush. You want to take a little bit of your product, then if you need more, you go ahead and add. If it was the concealer, it will not move too much, but since it's a foundation, it's more liquid than the concealer. That's why it moves a lot. So I'm just making sure that I get that back in shape. Okay. And if you're trying to reshape the brows, for example, what I just did, you want to make sure that your pencil is sharp, because if it's not sharp, it's going to make very bold lines. Thank you. Thank you so much, my sister. It's practice. It's constant practicing. Okay. I think they are looking pretty good right now. I'm just going to brush up one more time. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. So if it was something that I wanted to stay for a very long time, what I'll do is I'll take got to be glue gel and apply that. I'll take got to be glue and apply that, and the brows are going to stay the whole day. Fatu, hi, thank you for joining me. So after doing that, I'll take a brush like this and blend. Marie Carmen, thank you for joining me. Angel, thank you for joining. Okay, now I'm going to start with my eyeshadow. For the eyeshadow, you want to make sure you are using an eyeshadow base. For today, I'm going to be using a concealer. I normally use uh, this eyeshadow base, but today I'm going to be using a concealer just to show you guys that you can also use a concealer as your eyeshadow base if you don't have the eyeshadow base, but you want to use a concealer that is matte and also something that is lighter than the concealer that you normally use. Anthony Kofi, thank you for joining me, sir. I really appreciate it. Please power tap your screen for me, guys. So I'll just apply some on my lid like that. So after applying that, I'll take the same brush. You want to tap to blend. Fatima, hi, thank you for joining. Please power tap your screen for me. Sokna, Fall, thank you for joining me. Maite, thank you for joining. Please power tap your screen for me. Please power tap. So you want to make sure that you blend that until it's well saturated, like it's well blended on your lid. So after doing that, I'll start applying my product. I'll be going for kind of a yellow eye look. So I'll start with this yellow shade here. So if you are into makeup, you know that yellow is difficult to really show. If the eyeshadow, if the palette is not that great, you can't really see that eyeshadow well. So what I'm doing now is, you can't really see the eyeshadow, but it's really is there, okay? The mirror can really show it, but the TikTok camera is super HD or whatever they call it. But you can see it on the mirror. Please guys, power tap for me. So before you go in with the product, you want to make sure that you don't have creases before you go in with your shadow. I don't know why this camera is showing too yellow today. Showing too yellow that I'm going for yellow look. What did I do? I don't know what I did though. Okay, let me take it down like that. So after packing, I'll just go on top of it and make sure I blend the edges so you have a smooth blend. So you have a smooth blend. Let me see if I take off some lights. So your colors, you want to build them. I know I'm talking on is for those on TikTok. When they say power tap on TikTok, it means you should tap your screen. When you tap your screen, it gives you likes, like it gives you hearts. But on YouTube, you have the heart already on the screen, so you can just touch. So when I say power, my sister not dey confused. So when I say power tap, it's for those are because I'm streaming on TikTok too. So it's just on TikTok that I'm telling to power tap. Miranda, thank you for joining me. China, hi, welcome to my life. I really want this power tap. My sister, don't mind me, eh? Sorry. So after applying that yellow, I'm going to use this shade, this orange shade. And I think I'm still going to be using my small brush. So I'll take the orange shade with this brush. Asatu, thank you for joining me. Please guys, help me to power tap. Power tap for me, I beg. I'm trying to adjust this my TikTok camera. It's not giving me. So I just try to bring it down so you guys can see the colors. Bring down the light. Because with that light, you can't really see the colors. No, thank you for joining me. So I'm just packing my colors. I'm not really blending. But when I'm satisfied with the color, then I'll go ahead and blend. So I'll take the first brush I used for the yellow, this one. I'll take a little bit of that yellow, then use it to blend the edges of the second shade. Kiki, thank you for joining me. Please guys, help me to share the live, please. Let's share the live. So I'm just using the brush I use for the yellow to blend. So you just have a gradient between the colors. You don't have lines. So to intensify that color, I'm going to use this one right here, and I'm going to take a different brush. This time it's going to be a smaller brush. Princess Apple, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Melissa, hi. Welcome to my life. Okay, I'm going to use a smaller brush like this. Pick up that shade. Then this shade will go only on the crease area. So that's why I'm using a very small brush. And I'm using just the head of it because I don't want that shade to go right up. Then the one I used in applying the orange shade, take a little bit and blend just the edge. Please guys, power tap your screen for me. Candy, hi, welcome to my live. Sadia, thank you for joining me. Emilia, thank you for joining. So guys, your colors, you want to build them, okay? You want to go slow, take a little bit at a time, blend it. Then when you are satisfied with the first color, you move to the next. You make sure that you're taking your time to blend. Ellie, thank you for joining. Please guys, please power tap for me. Power tap for me. Then I'll use the orange shade to blend the edge. Cynthia, thank you for joining. Welcome to my life. Hmm?
And you want the shower? Want a shower?
Nadia, thank you for joining me. Naima, thank you for joining. Please power tap your screen for me, guys. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with my colors. I'll go ahead now and cut the crease. So to cut the crease, depending on the shade, the eye look you're going for, if you're using a white base, you want to make sure that you clean the space where you're going to be applying that white base. Fatty, thank you for joining me. Delmi, thank you for joining. Please guys, power tap your screen for me. So if you're going to be using a white base, you want to make sure that you clean the area where you'll be applying that white base. If you don't do that, the white base is going to absorb the whatever color you use first, and you're not going to get it white. Nasir, thank you for joining me. Please power tap your screen for me. So to clean that space, I'll use a Q-tip. Francisca, thank you for joining. Please power tap your screen for me. So I'm going to use a Q-tip like this and some makeup remover or micellar water. This is the one I'm using. I don't know, this song is all over my For You page, and the thing got stuck in my head. They'll make people to go and spend money to buy Indian dressing just to do. Oh my God. Just to do trend. I've taken this one too high. That has cleaned the dark shade. What I'll do is I'll just kind of reapply the shade in this area, then go ahead and shape it, because we need all our colors that we use to be showing. What will be the use if you apply a shade that it will not show? So I'm just making sure that I'm getting rid of the product I had on the lid space. So I'll just take one that is dry. This is just to make sure that everything is dry before I go in with and cut the crease. Now to cut the crease, I like to go in first with a small pencil, a small brush like this. and I'll be using a yellow base to cut the crease. So I'll take it on the brush and make my line. This will help to get your line straight. So after doing that, I'll take a small flat brush, then just pull that product down onto my lid. You don't want to go near the line again, because since you already have your straight line, to maintain that you don't want to go too close to it. Now this product I'm using dries so fast. That's why I'm going to do the one side of it before I do the other side. I'm not going to do everything, because when it dries up, it's difficult to work with. So I'm just going to set that with the yellow. Guys, please help me to Joy. Hi, welcome to my live. Guys, please help me to power tap your screen. Victor is going to turn off my live. Cosina Vips, thank you for joining. Please power tap your screen for me. Power tap for me. I need to activate this live. Please help me activate it. So now the shades I used before, I'm going to use that to blend this outer corner. And I'm going to start with the darkest shade, which is this one. I'm going to start with this one. Deborah, thank you for joining me. Sonia, thank you for joining. Costel, thank you for joining. Please power tap your screen for me, guys, please. So I'll use the orange shade next. Asa, thank you for joining me. Please power tap your screen for me. So if you want to get a particular shade, uh, I want to get this shade a little bit darker. So what I'll do is I'll take the color, then I take a little bit of black. Juliet, thank you for joining.
Okay, do me, mom.
Okay. So you take the shade, then take a little bit of black, like just a touch of it, and apply it. That will get the color to be really dark. So if you have any shade that maybe you want, Ariana, say me la poeta, please. You want to get it dark, take the shade and mix it with a little bit of black, like take it on the brush, then with a little bit of black, and it will get that shade dark, like darker than it is. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just taking the brown, then with a little bit of black to get it really dark. Okay, this side is good. I'll go and do the other side. First of all, I'll cut the crease. Like I did this side because the product I'm using to cut the crease is very it gets dry so fast. So that's why I needed to just brush and do the other one side of it first before I go to the other side. So to cut the crease, I normally take a small brush like this, so it gives me a precise line. After doing that, I'll take a small flat brush without going close to the line and just bring that down. So after doing that, I'll just take the yellow and set that up with a flat brush like this. Just move that line. And at the corners, I'm going to go back into the shades I use at the top, which is the dark brown shade and the orange shade, to blend the corners. Queen, thank you for joining. Please power tap your screen for me. Right, thank you for joining me. Please power tap for me. Please power tap your screen for me, guys. This light is going to go off. On my eyelid will decide to start crashing. Like seriously. Okay, to make this yellow stay in place, I'm going to use a shimmer color. And now I'll go ahead and line. But before I do that, I'm going to just prepare my lash. So by the time I'm done applying the liner, the lash will be ready to just stick it in. To stick it on like that. So I'm just applying some glue on the lash that I'll be using. Alexandra Bravo, thank you for joining me. This is the liner I'll be using. May, thank you for joining me. Welcome to my live. Tanya, thank you for joining. Then now I'll apply some mascara. Claudia, thank you for joining me. Ma'am, thank you for joining. Okay, now I'm done with the top, the upper part of the eye. its lower part of the eye. I'm going to do that. Claudia, thank you for joining me. I'm going to do that after I have done my face. So now I'm just going to wipe the corners. Okay, now to start applying your foundation, you want to make sure that you prep your skin. And when I mean by that is applying your moisturizer, your serum if you're using a serum, your sunscreen, then before you apply your foundation and your primer also. So my skin, I had already prepped my skin. What I'll do is I'll just hydrate it a little bit, and I'm using this. I'll use this to spray it on my face, then to just get it hydrated before. So now go in with my primer. I'll be using the Power Grip primer from Elf Cosmetic. If you want to get the best out of this primer, don't go with it directly on your face. Take it on your finger like that. Then tap. This eye is lifting. No doubt the thing is poking my eyes. So I'll be using this. This is a foundation I'll be using today. So I'm going to drop some few pumps of it on this. Then with my brush, I'm going to take my brush to pick the product, then start tapping that into my skin. Like you want to tap to blend. You want to go slow, like take a little bit at a time and blend. Then under my eye area, I'm avoiding that area just because I crease a lot on that area. So you don't want to put a little too much product on the areas where you normally crease. So I'm going to leave that for the concealer. So you see why I said you should use your foundation for your to conceal the top of your brow. You see how it just blends into it without you seeing the difference. So you want to do that, or use a concealer that is the shade of your foundation to do that. But it's easier to just use your foundation because it will help to blend into your makeup. Now after applying that with a brush, I'm going to use a damp sponge to blend. So you want to make sure that your sponge is damp, not wet.